That schedule will be sent out to you. I'll put the scheduled dates in the chat after this, but our next session will be March 20th. Just so you can make a note. But like I said, after my introduction, I will put the dates in there. You also will be communicated. You may receive an email from Mr. Brother Mike Wilson, who will be providing follow-up regarding all meetings, as well as sending out reminders about upcoming programs. So once again, we appreciate your that you registered, and we're looking forward to having a really interactive session today. Feel free to ask questions. And if you don't get anything out today, feel free to send Mr. Wilson an email, and we'll try to follow back up with you to get your questions answered. So without any further ado, I'm going to turn it over to Ms. Jackson, or rather Nurse Jackson, and let her lead the program.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Yolanda Jackson. I'm the liaison between Eta Phi Nursing Sorority and New Jersey Integrated Black Nurses. And this morning, you're going to hear from my soror, my sister, Yolanda Isom. She's going to be telling you a little bit about the 5210 program. And she's also going to be speaking to the children about zero sweetened beverages. And I see Jaden down there waving. Good morning, Jaden. How are you? I'm very cognizant of people's time. So without further ado, I am going to allow Yolanda to jump on and begin her presentation this morning.
Hi, everybody.
Hi.
So, Jaden, this is the section for the young folks. So Jaden can come to the screen, okay? This is the healthy eating for the children. This is the children's module, the first children's module. So we want the children to be near the screen so they can see what's going on. And I want to change my view too, so I can, okay. But I want to see the children. Jaden, are you there? I can't see Jaden. Is that my only child that I have? How can I see everyone? Or can I not see everyone with?
You want to change your view? Go to gallery view.
Okay. All right. So let me scroll up some so I can.
Can everyone see the slide deck?
There he is. I see you, Jaden. Is that the only young person that I have? Anyhow, I'm going to start. So again, you received a few welcomes. So what the Well Prepared program is, it is designed to teach you ways that you can make healthy choices and stay active and enjoy it. So you and your parents, you're both going to be learning today about healthy eating and physical activity. So just make sure, Jaden, you discuss with your mom what you guys learned today, okay? Healthy eating and being active is something that the whole family can do. So it takes your family, it takes your doctor and other caring folks in your community, all working together to keep you healthy and active. And it's just like a sports team. You and your parents, you both play an important role in making sure you meet your healthy eating and active goals. So we're going to have some fun, have some interactive activity in the modules, and we're going to jump right in, okay? Next slide. So has anyone outside of what we told you, has anybody heard of the 5210 program before? You can unmute yourself and tell me yes or no.
No.
No. Okay, so Jaden, the 5210 is an easy way to help you remember the many ways that you can make healthy choices and stay active, right? So Jaden, since you seem to be my only young person, I'm going to draft you as my volunteer. Okay.
Taekwon.
Sorry, Yolanda, you have another one.
Yeah,
You have two.
Okay, so Taekwon and Jaden, I have Jaden, I want you to do 5. The
Yeah.
next 5 for me, Mike. Thank you. So Jaden, I want you to do the portion of the slide that starts with the 5 first. Can you read that for me?
Yes.
Okay, go ahead.
O- or more say
Servings.
serving of fruits and vegetables.
Yes. Or 5 or more servings of fruits and vegetables. So do you have a favorite fruit or vegetable?
Yes.
What do you have? What do you like?
Carrots and strawberries.
Oh,
Very
that's
good.
good.
Carrots and strawberries. I like that. How about you, Taekwon?
Good morning, Miss Yolanda. Taekwon is giving me a little bit of a hard time. He's like
Okay.
being really shy.
No worries.
But he likes to have bananas and he likes broccoli and okra.
Wonderful.
that's
Those are very
good.
good choices. Yay. So I have my favorite fruit here. I have an apple. I like apples. And also my favorite are berries as well, like all types of berries. And a good tip to know is that berries are the lowest of the fruit, lowest sugar for fruit. Okay. Just so you know.
Blueberries.
Blue, nice. Very
Oh,
good.
that's good.
Those are very good. So do you know why fruits and vegetables, mainly vegetables, are important? No?
Yes,
Tell me why.
because they help us keep us strong.
Yes, they help keep us strong. Vegetables have nutrients like potassium that help they may help maintain your healthy blood pressure, and dietary fiber, and that helps to reduce cholesterol and your risk for heart disease. But a main thing, like, it helps things to not have a problem when they're trying to come out, if you get my meaning. Okay. So dietary fiber is a good thing with the fruits and the vegetables. Also, you have folic acid that can help your body to form red blood cells, and vitamin A helps to keep your eyes and your skin healthy, and also protects against infection. And vitamin C, of course, helps to, like, if you get a cut, it'll help your cut heal, and it also keeps your teeth and gums healthy as well. Okay. So is there a fruit that you may, or a vegetable that you've been thinking about trying, and you might want to try?
Pepper.
Huh?
A pepper.
A pepper. What kind of pepper?
Red.
A red pepper. Nice. Bell peppers. That's a good thing to do. So next time when you go to the grocery store, ask your mom if you can choose a vegetable that you all can try together. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So Jaden, can you read the part of the slide that starts with the 2?
Hold on.
Okay.
Few flowers for of relining
Recreational.
sweet time.
Green time. Very good. So yes, 2 or fewer hours of recreational screen time. How much TV do you watch?
Not that much.
Well, that's good. How about you, Taekwon? Is it Tay or Ty?
It's Ty.
Okay. So Taekwon.
He's still giving me a hard time, hun. So his screen time is a lot with school.
Okay.
From 8:30 till 2:00. He's on every day on a computer.
Okay. How about recreational screen time?
I would say I have him limited to twice a week, more so on a weekend to play like his video game, or if you want to use his little tablet.
That's wonderful, because that's one of the concerns. Me and Brother Mike were talking about this. They gave a statistic of the hours that children spend in school, and they gave us the number of 12,061 hours. But Brother Mike brought out to me, it's not that many hours in the year. So that number needs to be adjusted. But for all intents and purposes, a lot of children spend too much time watching TV or doing other playing on their phone or doing other watching television or playing on their phone. So how, Jaden,
Yes.
what are some things that what other physical activities that you could do outside of watching TV or playing on the phone?
Ride my scooter.
Yes, ride your scooter. What else?
Ride your bike.
Ride your bike. So you like outdoor sports?
Yes.
Wonderful. I don't like outdoor sports in the cold. I'm not.
Yolanda, Samir Allen has his hand raised, but I
Oh.
can recognize him.
Where?
Oh, you can't see him? Yeah,
Can't.
he's unmuted.
Okay, you got a question? Great. Say again.
Go ahead, Samir.
Karate.
I can't understand you, Samir.
That's all good. Karate.
Yes, karate. That's a great one. Absolutely. You can expend a lot of energy with karate. That's a great one. Okay, I like it. So, and one of the things I thought about, I know my Soras, maybe any of the parents, for physical activity, we used to play double dutch back in the day, jump some rope. Can anybody attest to that?
I can.
Yes.
Double dutch.
Yes.
Yeah, so I said, that's a good activity, fun activity we could do. We could bring that back. Play some.
Roller skating.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Roller skating, yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
that was a good one. Absolutely. So,
Miss Dunn put in the chat that Taekwon likes to walk.
oh, that's a great one too. That is a great one. So since Taekwon is not ready to chat with us, Samir, can you do? I want you to volunteer. I'm going to choose you as my volunteer to read the last two portions of the slide for me. The one that begins with the 1 first.
This one. You see it? Can you see it? Read it.
Or more hours of physical activity.
Yes, very good.
Eating beverages.
0 sweetened beverages. So for 1 or more hours of physical activity, does anyone know why that is important for us to get that physical activity?
Wait.
To burn energy.
Yeah. It actually gives us energy as well. But it also makes us feel good. Like activity is a mood booster. It can really help boost the mood if somebody is feeling a little down. Movement really helps with that. But it also promotes growth and development. It can reduce your risk, again, for major health complications. It can help keep you flexible and also help you build muscle strength and healthy bones. Okay? So can somebody just give me 2 more suggestions about or what you do, physical activity that you do to get you up and moving?
Exercise.
What kind of exercise though?
Jumping jacks, push-ups, Zumba.
I love Zumba. Yes. Anything with music.
Play.
What happened? What is it?
Play.
Yeah, play. But what kind of play?
Playing with my cousins.
Nice. Okay. That sounds good. So, and for our last important, very important slide, like Samir said, 0 sweetened beverages. Sweetened beverages are those beverages that have lots of sugar. Why do you think sugary drinks are not a good choice for our body?
It's soda's too much sugar.
Yeah, his soda had absolutely too much sugar. Very true. Very true. Mike, you can go to the next slide. So we're going to learn a little bit more about the 5 servings of fruit and vegetables and show how we are able or how we can make healthier choices with our food selections when we're choosing our meals. So this is a picture of choosemyplate.gov, and the My Plate was developed by the U.S. Department of Agriculture, and agriculture just means farming and growing food. They developed this My Plate system because they wanted us to give us a visual of what our plate should look like when we are preparing our meals and putting our food on the plate. So this is a good tip or tool that you can use when you're putting your food together. Okay, so what you can see is that the green portion, half of the plate is fruits and vegetables, and that will help you get your 5 fruits and your 5 servings of fruits and vegetables in, like we talked about. So now we're gonna just look at, Mike, you can go to the next slide. We're gonna look at the red section, which is the fruit section, right? We already talked about strawberries and some blueberries. What other kind of fruits? I talked about apples. What other kind of fruits are there?
There's oranges, pears,
Yeah.
and
Samir?
Dragon fruits.
Oh yes, dragon fruit. What else?
Taekwon's mom typed some stuff in the chat.
Okay, let's see.
She put
Star fruit.
What kind? Star fruit?
they put grapes, bananas, kiwi.
Star.
I can't hear you say that. Okay, Samir.
Star fruit.
Star fruit. How does that taste, star fruit? I've only seen it, but I don't know how it tastes. Is it good? Have you tasted it, Samir?
Yes.
You have? Is it good? Yes? No?
Yes.
Okay. Does anybody like watermelon?
Oh, yes.
Oh, yes. That was my dad's. That was my dad's favorite fruit.
Samir doesn't like it, but his mother does.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'm not a real fan, but I've tasted it before. That's not my favorite, but it's okay. So the next category we're gonna look at is the green vegetables group. Right? Who likes green vegetables?
Raise your hand.
Nice, Jaden. What do you like?
lettuce.
Yeah.
I like cucumber a little bit.
A little bit. How about spinach or kale?
Yeah, I love spinach and I love green beans.
Wonderful. That sounds great. How about you, Samir?
The green ones.
I love broccoli.
Nice.
And Taekwon likes broccoli also.
I was about to say, I'm looking at the chat. He likes broccoli too.
And cabbage. Except for tomatoes.
Okay.
The entire tomato is squishy.
Too sorry for you. Okay.
And it tastes good.
Okay, let me tell you something about the dark green vegetables though. They're a great source of nutrition for us. Kale and spinach are rich in vitamin A, C, and E, and K. And broccoli, now bok choy, I've never really tasted. Mustard greens I have, and those are rich in many B vitamins. So we all know that the nutrients are what we're going for, and the vitamins to help keep our body strong, right?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. So Mike, you can go to the next slide.
The greens are good, remember?
What kind of greens?
Huh?
Somebody said greens are good. What kind of greens?
No, I was explaining to him that anything green is good.
Absolutely. Very good.
Yolanda Kier says she has something that's in the chat. If you
Okay.
want for a moment.
Yeah.
Kier?
Sit up.
Oh, no, I was just saying that Miss Dunnell is typing Taekwon's answers in the chat, so we just to check it so we can, you know, engage him. Maybe he'll come on.
Okay. Absolutely. I agree. I agree. So guys, I want you to see this this puzzle or word search here that we have on the screen. I want you to look at the puzzle and see if you can find the words. You know, they got some fruit and some vegetables listed or hidden in the puzzle. Can you see any of them? Samir, Jaden, can you see any of them?
No, not yet.
Not yet. Look on the sides, on the top row, the bottom row. Somebody saw one. Papaya.
Oh, Miss Sosa.
Okay.
Wow.
Which one is, oh, what is that?
Yeah.
An
Yams.
orange.
Yams.
Yams, yes,
Orange.
yams.
Yeah.
Anybody see the eggplant?
Yep.
Yep. How about the broccoli?
Yep.
Yeah.
No? Yes?
Yes.
Yes. I see grapes.
The grape. How about kiwi?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. So is there any new type of fruit that anybody wants to try? Aiden or Samir? You want to try a new fruit? Jaden,
I want to try a dragon fruit.
dragon fruit. Jaden, any kind of fruit you want to try? Or vegetable?
Together, huh?
I know you said bell,
Uh,
red peppers.
yeah.
Anything else though?
Onion.
Really?
I don't.
Yeah, way to go. I love onions too.
Oh, hey, listen. I
I
just
like-
started liking onions. How about that?
Especially the red.
Not raw though.
Garlic too, Mom?
Yes, I like garlic too.
Yes, garlic is great. We love garlic.
You would love.
So, Mike, you can go to the next slide. So we're just gonna go back and finish the remaining groups, food groups that we have. So we go into the brown group, which is next. And the brown group is the grains. And the grains are any food that's made from like wheat or rice, cornmeal, barley, or any other grain cereal or grain products, like breads and pastas. What is your favorite grain?
Quinoa.
Who?
Quinoa.
Quinoa. Okay, now I like it. What else?
About
Say it again. Sprouts.
spelt.
Spelt. That's cool. I like it. So that's a whole grain. They say that whole grains are like the best choice for grains. Okay. Taekwon, does he have a favorite grain? Mom? Maybe not. So, like I was telling Brother Mike last night, I said that the grains can be a controversial group because it's also known as AKA carbohydrates, right? And carbohydrates, when they get into your body, they're going to break down and become sugar. So we're going to talk about the sugar a little bit later, okay? The next group that we're going to talk about is proteins. Proteins is the purple group. All the foods made from meat, like, what's your favorite meat? Poultry, seafood, beans, peas, eggs, soy
Seafood.
products. Huh?
Seafood.
Seafood. What kind of seafood though?
Crab legs, hook and reel.
I like it. The crab legs. Samir, how about you?
Buffalo Wild Wings.
Oh, Buffalo Wild Wings. Okay. What's your favorite flavor though?
Buffalo wings.
Oh, the buffalo wing, actually. Okay, not just the place. Okay. Sounds good. So that's the protein group. And our last category is the blue group, which is the dairy group. So Jaden and Samir, Taekwon, tell me what is in the dairy group. What's in the blue group?
Milk.
Yes.
Yogurt.
Yes.
Butter. Ice cream.
Yeah. Cheese. Don't forget about the cheese, right? All belong to the dairy group. So it's any type of product that milk is found in, basically, or is created with milk. Calcium fortified soy milk is also included in this group. So you guys sound like you really got a good handle on what a healthy choice can consist of. I'm like,
Rotten cheese.
who?
Rotten cheese.
Did you say rotten cheese?
Sorry.
He makes this the cheese that smells, and he think it's purpose.
Yeah, and so which flavor is that?
The flavor, but we had it, and it didn't smell too good.
Okay. Okay.
Hamburger.
Yeah.
They're supposed to put old age
Uh-huh.
or fermented cheese.
Yeah. That's true. Some people love those stinky cheeses. There are stinky cheeses. They really do. Huh? Say it again.
Everybody loves stinky cheese.
You know, some people like it.
Some
Yes, and
people do.
some people they like it.
Everybody loves expired, rotten, disgusting, foul.
It might smell like feet, but it doesn't taste like it.
Right. There you go. You got different people like different things, Samir. You got to remember that. Okay. So, for our last category, Mike, you can advance the slide. Is our zero sweetened beverages. And we know, I think it was Jaden that already said, sodas have a lot of sugar, right? You have fruit juices, sodas, like energy drinks, sports drinks, all have a high calories. Like sodas have what they call high fructose corn syrup. They have extra sugar in there, and those types of drinks, beverages are not good to help us reach our healthy eating goals. So I want you guys, you can advance the slide, Mike. So since we are not together, right? We would have done this if we were together, but what we are going to do, who has a drink in the refrigerator, in the pantry, like a soda or a juice? Samar, Jaden.
Yolanda, I got you covered too.
Okay.
I'm gonna see if I can put it on display. Can you guys see that?
Okay. A little closer. Yeah, there you go. So what the activity really is meant for is to give us a visual of what how much sugar is actually in a beverage that we buy from the store, right? And so this activity is going to show us how to calculate the number of teaspoons of sugar that's in that a product can contain. So I myself, I have a bottle of ginger ale that I had gotten from my mom's house a long time ago. And the main ingredient really is the total carbohydrates is 47 grams, right? Mike, you can advance the slide. 47 grams. And so what that's, and then the total number of sugar is 46 grams. So how we get the number of teaspoons that's in a product is that we have to divide the number of sugar, the amount of sugar, by 4.2. And so for this bottle of ginger ale, it is 11 teaspoons in the whole bottle, right? And so what we need to understand, Jaden, what do you have?
Honest kids.
Okay, so read your label to me. What is the carbohydrate content amount? How many grams?
8. I mean 9.
9 total carbohydrates?
Yes.
And how much sugar?
8 grams of sugar.
Wonderful. So that's a great drink. That's a great drink. How about you, Samir? Did you grab something?
I had the same thing.
Okay, good. Well, you guys are on a good track because that's a low sugar beverage. That is what we want. Let me see. Anybody in the chat? Saquon? No. Okay. So the recommended amount, I got these statistics from, or these recommendations from the Iowa Clinic for Pediatrics. Their recommendation was daily amounts for added sugar in the diet for girls and women ages 9 and then over is only 6 teaspoons of added sugar a day. And for boys, same age range, only 9 teaspoons. So what we have to understand is that only one beverage, if you have one sugary beverage, that can take up your added sugars for the day, for your whole dietary day. Like, so keeping sugary sodas down to a minimum or 0 is great, is a good thing. And so we put this chart up just so you can see like how the total content of sugar in some different beverages. And me and Brother Mike were talking about last night, Mountain Dew, when I did drink soda, was my go-to. Okay, and you can look and see how much sugar Mountain Dew has in it. Depends on your serving size. This is listed here as a 20-ounce bottle, 78 grams of sugar. And that's way past giving you an amount of 18 teaspoons in one serving. Absolutely too much. So, Mike, you can go to the next slide. So this concludes the children's healthy eating module. We want to thank you for your participation in the program. And does anybody have any questions? Anybody? No? Wonderful. Okay. So who says there is an app? An app is there an app? You know, my choosemyplate.gov, they do have an app. 5210, I'm not sure, Yolanda or Barry, can you speak to that? Do they have an app for like 5210? I know
Not that
does have an app.
I'm not aware of it.
Yeah, not that I'm aware of. There's not an app, but I'll look for the next meeting. I'll see if we can find some. We'll look into it.
Okay.
I see Miss Selena Williams has her hand raised.
Okay.
I think
So
we
you
got-
gotta,
Not a hand raise, that's an applause.
oh, okay. All right. So, children, I appreciate your attentiveness and your participation. Thank you so much. Now it's time for me to talk to Mom. So, you ready? So, as you all know, that what the Well Prepared program is about, it is a childhood obesity prevention initiative. And like Brother Barry already stated, it's for children grades 3 through 6, and it was formulated for military families. And the reason that is geared toward the 3 through 6th grade age range is because they're at a really formative time where we can shape their future behaviors if we start now. And so, we already started with the education, or this program is going to help you, give you tools and tips to help you maintain your child's healthy weight and adopt some healthy behaviors in life that they can use for now and their whole life through. And we also hope that maybe you hear something that you can adopt that will help you institute more healthy behaviors in your life. So, like we already stated, you can go to the next slide, Mike. Already stated that what the Well Prepared program is, obesity, childhood obesity prevention initiative. But does anyone know, parents, what childhood obesity is? Let me check the chat. I'm listening.
Childhood obesity is when children become severely overweight and they develop health problems as a result of unhealthy eating habits and lifestyle.
Absolutely.
And not uneducated, but parents who are uneducated on how to provide those healthy eating habits and lifestyles for their child as well.
Absolutely.
I wanted to add on to that. I think that childhood obesity is a generational thing too, because when I think about when I was younger and living in the inner city and with the corner store and not being able to, my mom wasn't able to get to like Pathmark all the time, or to, I guess, like a farmer's market. Like, I don't even remember ever going to a farmer's market when I was a little girl. But I guess what I'm trying to add on to is that, like, it's generational. Like, certain things that I do now that I learned to stop is because I educated myself, but I was doing it because this is what happened when I was a little girl at home with my mom, with my sisters and my grandmother, the way they cooked certain things we bought from the bodega, the little sandwiches, and getting a Italian cheeseburger, or a quick kind of a meal. Even though the corner store was more expensive, we didn't always have money to get to the grocery store. And in those little bodegas, they don't sell a lot of healthy. You don't see a lot of fruits and veggies. You see more like the little hot dogs and sandwiches and sodas and that kind of stuff. And so I just to add on to what the other mom just said, that it can be generational too. And then the obesity, like, I'm thinking about my mom, she was heavy. I'm heavy, but my kids are not. Well, I'm trying not, I don't want them to be, because it does come with health factors. So that's what I wanted to say. Thank you.
Absolutely. And that's all very true. So the definition that they have here is childhood obesity is a complex health issue in our country for adults and children, which is very true. You guys already talked about that. And it is, again, like Samir mom said, that it is when a child is above the normal weight for their age and their height. And Naomi, is that your name, Naomi?
Yes, Naomi.
Okay. Naomi, you already talked about the excess in young people and how it could possibly be genetic. but it is also a person's behavior. But then it's also, you also talked about how it is a community as well. You not being able to get to the grocery store, you know, things being convenient. They may not be healthy, but they're convenient, right? And so that is a lot of times some what our community goes through, you know. So you already talked about some of it, but the question is, like, what, if anything, does your family do that may be creating an unhealthy eating behavior? Anybody?
Well,
I just want, I'm sorry.
oh,
Go
it's
ahead.
okay. I know with now with the pandemic and everything, I noticed that with myself that I was using food for comfort because it was so much going on. So I would go to those foods that were, I want to say, comforting,
Mm-hmm.
like the donuts and the sodas. For some reason, those foods just made me feel better. You
Very
know, in times where it was a lot of depression, people were dying. You know, we didn't know what to expect. You know, from one day to the next. So I noticed that yeah, my eating habits got worse. They got worse.
understandable. Jaden's mom, what's your name, dear? Because
My name is Karen.
Karen. Okay, Karen, you had
He's my grandson.
okay.
Okay. I was going to add on regarding why people, it's more expensive a lot of times, it seems like, when you try to purchase like items that are healthier. Like
Mhm.
you can go to, like, say for instance, if you go to like a fast food restaurant, you can get something for $1.
Yeah.
But when you want to purchase healthier food, it's usually more expensive. My
Mhm.
mom just added, like, broccoli is expensive.
Yeah.
Very true. It's very true. Mike, you can go to the next slide. The other way. There you go. Um, yes. And so I think you can go one more slide. Yes. And so behaviors that influence excess weight gain, eating high calorie or low nutrient foods and drinks. And it's absolutely, like you said, with all the things that have been going on, different things that we go through make us want to basically, like you said, feel comforted. And so sugar can help do that. But eating high calorie, low nutrient foods, that is something that will create excess weight gain, not getting enough physical exercise, and also to sedentary activities such as watching TV and
Uh-huh.
devices. Sometimes medication can do that as well, but an unhealthy sleep routine, like not getting enough sleep, right? So, and Mike, you can go to the next slide. So you already stated what Samir's mom, is that
Yes.
what's your name?
Pardon me?
What is your name?
Samantha Johnson.
Samantha. So Samantha, you already talked about, or you already stated about how obesity can predispose a child to different health conditions, just like it predisposes or can formulate because in adulthood. So the immediate obesity during childhood can have harmful effects on the body and vary in a variety of ways. And you see listed here, you have high blood pressure and high cholesterol with risk factors for cardiovascular disease, increased risk for impaired glucose intolerance, insulin resistance, and type 2 diabetes, which I definitely hate. Diabetes, breathing problems, asthma, sleep apnea, joint problems, musculoskeletal discomfort, heartburn, you know, all of these things, like these things to me should not be in childhood, right?
Yes, you're right.
Yeah, I mean, these are adult situations. And so
Problem.
children really should not be going through that. But if they're practicing unhealthy behaviors, then unfortunately sometimes that can happen. And possible future health risk, if children have obesity in childhood, it can cause increased risk factors, disease risk factors in adulthood, and could possibly become more severe. So in addition to all the things that we listed, cancer as well can be a factor, right?
Yes.
So and another thing which we all understand is the mental health risk as well that can be associated with obesity, anxiety, psychological problems such as anxiety and depression. Again, to me, that is an adult thing. It shouldn't be a child thing. But sometimes that happens. Low self-esteem and self-reported quality of life, right? Low self-esteem is something that can plague anybody, but it may be increased if somebody is suffering from obesity or being overweight. On a very bad social problem, I think it's more so now than when I was growing up, is the bullying, right?
Yeah.
And the stigma, around being overweight. Mike, you could go to the next slide. So how is obesity determined? Has anybody heard of BMI before?
Yes.
Body mass index. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah.
They do it at the child care facility that I work at.
Wonderful.
We,
Okay.
we have all the children. The nurse does it for the children.
Okay.
We do dental, weight and heights and everything.
Okay. So the body mass index is calculated by a person's weight in kilograms and divided by the square height in meters. So for children and teens, the BMI is age and sex specific. And it often is referred to as BMI for age. So because weight and height change during a child's growth and development, the BMI must be interpreted as it compares to other children of the same sex and age. Right, so after the BMI is calculated for children and teens, it is expressed in the percentile, which can be obtained either by a graph or using calculators online. Mike, you can go to the next slide. So this is the chart, how it's calculated, and the weight status category and the percentile range. Underweight is less than the 5th percentile. Normal or healthy weight is the 5th percentile to less than 85th percentile. Overweight is 85th to the less than the 95th percentile. And obese is equal to or greater than the 95th percentile. So, yeah.
Miss Yolanda, this chart here, I don't know how to read it, but when I take my kids to their pediatrician for their like checkups, he uses this same chart and he dots it, and he'll tell me like, if they're in the right range or if they're not in the right range. But yeah, this is a great tool, but I just don't know how to read it. But I've seen this when I take them to the doctor.
Yeah, it's really just to see, so the doctor will be able to see where your child falls and if they are in the right range or if they are currently being predisposed to any health conditions, any adverse health conditions. So I'm glad to hear that you have seen the chart for your child. Everybody else, have you seen it?
Yes.
Okay. That's good. So, oh, that's what I wanted to say. So the BMI, Mike, you can go to the next slide. The BMI is not used to diagnose any disorder. Like I said, it's just a tool that the healthcare provider uses to see where your child is. The American Academy of Pediatrics is an organization of 67,000 pediatricians that are committed to the optimal physical, mental, and social health and well-being of all the children, infants, adolescents, and young adults. So they even recommend that that the BMI is used with the child starting at age 2. So you can see how important that is for growth and development, right? Mike, you can go to the next slide. Mike. So I added this slide because I feel like you guys already know, but you have how much of an influence you have on your child's weight, right? Because if you look, if this is me, if you can't tell, in that pink and white dress, you can see that I was a normal school-aged child, normal weight, right? And if you look on the other side, you see me and my beautiful mom. But if you look closely, oh, you know what? Let me say something else about that pink and white dress. You can't see it really clearly, but from those sugary drinks, my teeth was rotten. They were rotten out, right? So that's a plug for zero sweetened beverages, okay?
Yes.
The other side, like I said, you can see pudginess coming out and all of that, cheeks and stuff. And I said to my mom, I said, Mom, on this one side, I said I was a normal sized child. What happened? And she said to me, well, you wanted to eat what you wanted to eat, and I'd let you. And I'm like, Mom, what do you mean? And I'm saying, who's the mom? Like, so that is the reason I wanted to include this slide to help you understand. And I really feel like you already know, you understand, is that you have the influence over your child's diet to make those healthy choices, to teach them those healthy choices so that they will have those tools in their toolbox that they can utilize going forward, right? And through their whole life through. Okay. Anybody want to say something on that?
A question, Yolanda, regarding BMI. So can you have a BMI, let's say, over 30, I believe makes you overweight. Can you have a high BMI and still be in relatively good shape and healthy?
Well, it's possible. I mean, I think that it your numbers, your values have to be checked on all the other things, like your cholesterol, your what is your blood pressure, all of those things. What is your lab values? Right. All of those things are factors. Part of me, I feel like the BMI, it's a standardized thing, and everybody doesn't fall. I feel
that's what I'm asking.
Right,
Yeah. Because according to the BMI, I would have to lose 60 pounds.
Well, yeah,
into the normal range.
I understand. Yolanda wants to say something.
If I can interject and piggyback, the chart is really made for Europeans. I'm just going to put it out there.
I was going to add that, Yolanda.
And you have to look at your body mass index. You're looking at that. You got to look at your muscle mass as well. So our bone structure, first of all, is going to knock us out of that norm as they place it out there. Exactly. Okay. So we don't fall into the norm. So just remember that. So you have to look at your muscle mass as well as contrast to the fat. So the chart was made for Europeans. So I'm just going to put that out there.
Thank you. I appreciate that, because I didn't want to say it like that, but yeah, I
Well,
agree.
hey, we got to come with the truth.
It is what it is, right? Exactly. Mike, you can go to the next slide.
Miss
So
Yolanda, I wanted to make one quick comment.
absolutely.
When I was looking at your picture and you know, you look young near, like I'm thinking about my younger kids, because I have my oldest son who's in 4th grade, but I have 2 younger kids.
Okay.
And so, you know, when you're young, when they're really young like that, you get invited to a lot of birthday parties, right? And so right now, because of the pandemic, you're not really going to birthday parties, but before the pandemic, you know, I would take my children to birthday parties, and at children's birthday parties, I find it very hard to tell my kids, like, oh, well, you can't have the pizza, or, you know, you can't have the hot dog or the sugary high C drink. And then they have cake, and then they get a goodie bag full of all this stuff. And so, in a way, with the pandemic, I'm happy that I haven't taken them to these events, because it is full of a lot of sugar, a lot of unhealthy eating. And so I just find it hard when they're little, when they're young, and everybody else is having it or drinking it, for you to say no. I even tried to feed them one time. I said, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna feed them before we go so they don't be so hungry. But it's like, because they see it, they want it. And then even if I have like my little quote unquote healthy snacks, some apple slices, whatever, in my purse for them to have, it's like, well, mom, they're having cake. I don't want this. So I don't know. I don't know how to deal with that. I don't know if other moms experience that when you're trying to be a little bit more healthy, or let them. So I might let them eat like that at the party, but I'll say, you know, after that, that's it. And then they want the goodie bag, and I try to throw the goodie bag out, like, oh, mommy lost it. I don't know what happened to it, because it's just full. It's just full of all kind of cookies and candies and stuff, their teeth. And so it's not like it's full of like a banana and an apple. Most people don't give that in the goodie bag. They're giving Doritos and all that kind of stuff. So I just wanted to add that.
Don't say Doritos, okay?
Oh my goodness.
I know.
But I mean, I totally understand that. In those instances, you know, you have to give in, but it can be just on those instances, you know what I mean? And just say that is your time to splurge and have those things. But then when we come home, it's, you know, we need to make our healthier choices.
Which mom was that speaking just now?
That was Naomi.
And Naomi, my suggestion is, if they go to that birthday party, once all of this is over, 1 slice of pizza.
Mm-hmm.
You don't need to eat 2, 3, 4 slices. You know, 1 slice.
Right,
So
right.
that's where we come into the moderation with things that we allow our children to have, because as we all know, we're not going to be able to keep them from having everything. They are going to, you know, eventually not be under our watch, but because of the training that we give them at home, they'll kind of fall in line, because, you know what, I know this is no good for me to eat more than 1. So, you know, you kind of instill that now within this age range, and hopefully the good teachings will move forward.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
This is Sandy Baker. If I just want to piggyback on Miss Yolanda, or both Yolandas, on the moms, I commend you for your honesty. I was thinking about the mom who said he was hiding the goodie bags and stuff like that. You can use that as a learning opportunity. Next time, bring those goodies home, go over them and discuss the nutritional values. Just like Miss Yolanda went over the nutritional facts, you can start to incorporate teaching. So use that as a learning tool as well. Moving forward.
Great suggestion.
Yes.
Sometimes my son, what I do if I have that issue is I bring the bag home, and I just I kind of have to ration it out. So you're not going to eat everything at, you know, all if I allow him to, he'll go in the room and he'll eat everything. Right. But I take it and then I say, well, maybe you can have a lollipop after dinner, or you can have 2 pieces of candy, and then we'll put the rest up and kind of just ration out so he's not eating everything in one sitting.
That's good. That's a good idea too.
And I also encourage, like, when I have his parties and I invite my friends, I kind of try to model the behavior of healthy snacks for the children. And then what I also do is when I do the goodie bags, I just incorporate like coloring books, you know, different little things that I think the children will like that are not sugary, you know, treats. So, and a lot of parents started doing that as well because, you know, we try to work together.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's good. So, this slide says, "What can I do?" And as you now you understand like why healthcare providers are so concerned with the childhood obesity and how it's measured and how it's used. And from listening to you guys, you already have started like promoting more healthier behavior or healthier behaviors. What other things do you think that you can do to help prevent any related issues, help prevent any weight related issues with your children?
Just less screen time. Just getting out like I think it's 30 minutes a day at least. I might be wrong. I
Hour.
think
Yes.
an hour.
Mhm.
Yeah, just try to get out as much as we can. Even though with everything that's going on, you still kind of you want to be safe.
Mhm.
So it's hard to like engage in any activities. Like at this group, they want the children want to, you know, they want group play. They want to play with their friends. So like if I take him to the park and I tell him to go and play, you know, he doesn't want to play by himself. So it kind of just makes it, you know, even if I participate, he's like, no, mom, you know, I want some children my age to play with. So yeah, so just trying to get out more, you know, like if we have the store instead of driving,
Right.
we'll walk.
Okay.
You know, I recently got a hitch for the back of my truck so the bikes could go on it. So every now and then we try to bike ride if the weather permits.
Right.
You know, things like that.
So I see that Naomi put in the chat that she's modeling for her kids by not purchasing junk food and drinking more water. Great. That's a great
What's her name?
great idea. Anybody else? Like you can go to the next slide. And so I hope you guys can see the value of this program, the 5210 for military children. The program has just that can help promote healthy lifestyles for you and your family. So this is a quiz for the parents. What does the 5210 stand for?
Healthy eating, less screen time, more physical activity, and no sugary beverages.
Yes, yes. 5 or more foods.
Sounds like that sounds like a gift award winner for us.
All right.
That's a winner right there. Whatever we do, that's
They
a winner.
already won for logging on first.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, Mike, you can go to the next slide. Yes. So you just remember that it's an easy way for the children to remember the 4 health behaviors that they should be trying to choose. The 5 or more servings of fruits and vegetables, fewer hours of screen time, 1 or more physical hours of physical activity, and 0 sweetened beverages. And with that 1 hour of physical activity, it doesn't have to be all at one time. It could be 30-minute increments, you know. But it doesn't, as long as we get it in, that is the main thing.
Yes.
So Mike, you can go to the next slide. So now, this is a little tongue twister for me. The 5210 Healthy Military Children, it was developed through a collaboration between the Office of the Deputy Assistant Secretary of Defense for Military Communities, the Family Policies Office, Family Policy and Children and Youth, and the Clearinghouse of Military Family Readiness at Penn State. Whew. Okay, so they all saw the need for a strategy-based program with the latest research to be able to promote health and that they could share with the community. So Mike, you can advance to the next slide. So how do you think in some ways that this 5210 can help? They listed some of the positive outcomes that are possible with it, but what do you guys think?
It could increase our health, especially with everything that's going on nowadays, like with the pandemic and just different other health disparities.
Mhm.
It would increase your health, increase your way of thinking.
Yeah.
We know when you lead a healthy lifestyle, you think with a clearer mind.
Yes.
It'll help with sleep habits. I noticed when I wasn't eating so well, my sleep habits were totally off, especially with my age.
Uh-huh.
My sleep habits, I was maybe sleeping 2 or 3 hours at night, and that was it.
Uh-huh. Okay.
So depression, a lot of us are going through really bad depression. We're losing loved ones. We're dealing with this pandemic. We got a lot of government stuff going on. So it's a lot on us, so I notice when I eat sugar, if I'm going through something, the depression gets worse. If I eat healthier, I don't, it's something in the food maybe that kind of helps with those pulls on the brain. But I notice that I feel better. I can think with a clearer mind. So
yes. Good observation. Absolutely. Absolutely. And Ms. Sosa, she wrote self-discipline and self-consciousness. That's very true. Because
yes.
I know for myself is that when you eat unconsciously, like just eat whatever, it's never a good thing. And that will absolutely increase your weight, eating unconsciously and not being conscious of what your meals are consisting of. So Mike, you can go to the next slide. So what the 521 program wants us to know that this program is helpful for any child of any age, no matter their size or age. Yeah, it can. Obesity is a health outcome that this program hopes to improve or prevent, like altogether, but it wants to promote those healthy outcomes. So we already discussed that the 5210 is an all-inclusive plan because children can benefit from, any child can benefit from eating enough fruits, vegetables, reducing the screen time, and becoming physically active. And so I want to know, like, does anybody dance with your children, turn on some music in the house, like some indoor activities? What do you do to get up and move in the house?
Well,
Jaden and I, we do videos together.
Okay.
Also we have dance parties. We do the hip hop, hip hop, because I want to dance at the same time and exercise. So we do that. The Zumba videos.
Okay.
He found the other night. He found a Disney dance video.
Okay.
So we did that together. And sometimes we dance when D-Nice and so on. So we dance to his music.
Nice, but hey, I'm glad. Sounds good. And so Miss Sosa, I like it. She said dancing to old school 80s. I like it. Yes.
Yes.
That sounds good to me.
Yes.
Okay. So yes. And so one thing, Mike, you can go to the next slide. One of the things, health promotion is one of the reasons health promotion is positive because it promotes something positive, which is being healthy, right? The Center of Disease Control and Prevention describes health as being more than the absence of disease. They say that good health allows a person to realize their aspirations, satisfy their needs, and cope with the environment to live a long, productive, and fruitful life. Health promotion enables people to have more control over their health and improve it. I totally agree with that. And that includes enabling parents to have more control and improve their child's health. We believe that all parents want their children to be healthy, so this program will help give you the tools to do so. So the clearinghouse, you can go to the next slide, Mike. The clearinghouse for military family readiness example hundreds of programs and found consistent evidence that programs that improve behavior change, like fruit and vegetable consumption, participating in programs that can improve physical activity and reducing sweetened beverage consumption. This is important and a goal of the well-prepared program to help prevent childhood obesity and its associated health disorders. By encouraging healthy behaviors, when introduced early, it becomes lifelong habit, which is basically the basis of what we're talking about here today. And it can be difficult to institute healthy changes or change unhealthy behaviors in your family, but the change is worth it, right? Because another thing, like we talked about earlier, is the stigma around being overweight or obesity. And as parents, you want to help your child and protect your child the best that you can, and give them all the tools that they may need to be able to live a healthy life. Mike, you can go to the next slide. Danielle said, as a mom of 3 boys, I've learned when you know better, amen, you do better. Every day I am making more healthy choices so that the boys and I live a more healthier lifestyle. That's very true. Very true. So language matters, right? This is talking about changing behaviors can be hard. It is important not to be overwhelmed. Start out by making small changes. As a parent, which we've already talked about, you have the biggest impact on how your children will deal with these changes. So the first small change will start with you and how you talk to your children about healthy behaviors. So I'm not sure if you guys saw the handout that Brother Mike sent out about phrases that help and hinder. Did you guys see that?
Yes.
Yes. And so that is, did any of you read through it?
Yes.
Okay. So the phrases that help and hinder. If you look at this handout, it says, first of all, do you remember saying any of those things to your children? Like one said, Mike, you can advance the slide, I'm sorry. Eat this for me or eat that for me. If you do not eat one more bite, I'm gonna be mad. Or something to that effect. Anybody? Or what have you said? We'll do that. Anything that you remember that you said that you thought was a good tactic to get them to eat something?
I think I might have said, see, that didn't taste that bad, did it? Like with the avocados, I was trying to get them to eat. Oh, it didn't taste that bad, did it?
Okay.
So, probably some other things too here.
So with that one, they said, see, that didn't taste that bad. So they say that implies to the child that he or she was wrong to refuse the food. This can lead to unhealthy attitudes about food or self. So they want us to try to say, do you like that? Or which one is your favorite? Or everybody likes different foods, don't they? And which says the phrasing it this way makes the child feel like he or she is making the choice. It also shifts the focus toward the taste of the food rather than who was right. So when you think about these, can you think of any other things you may have said that could also fit into these categories?
Well, well, I'm definitely guilty. Sometimes I say you have to eat it.
Okay.
It's good for you. You need a variety in your diet. You have to, and I do. I force him to eat certain things because he needs the vitamins and nutrients.
Okay.
So, and then my mom did that with us too. So maybe it's just a learn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
I,
so
I'm sorry. I was going to share. I'm definitely guilty of the whole second box.
Okay.
Like I've said, you're such a big boy if you eat all your carrots, or look at your brother. He ate all of his, and I've said that you have to take one more bite before you could do Y and Z. Like, just take one more for mommy, please. And so yeah, I'm definitely guilty of that entire box.
Okay. Well, I know you saw the flip side, which says what you can try to say. Like, because that you have to take one more bite before you leave the table. They're saying that it could teach the child to ignore that they are full and could possibly like make them start to overeat. So if we could say something like, has your tummy had enough? Or is your stomach still making the hungry growling noise? Can, help the child recognize when they're full and if they do still need to eat some more.
So Ms. Sosa put in the chat also, Yolanda, appeal to the child's, to the colors and the textures of the fruits and vegetables that they're eating. So if you know your child likes something crunchy, you could say, oh, this is really good. It's crunchy, it's green, it's something that you love. So why don't you try it?
Yes, that is exactly what they say for the in the top box. I agree, Miss Sosa, absolutely. Because I myself, I didn't like okra when I was a kid. Okay, the way my mother cooked it, I was like, I don't want that. I saw the slime stuff. I was like, no. But as I got older and I cooked it myself and found out there was a way to not cook it so it'll look like that. I mean, I like okra now, but I was not having it as a kid. So, healthy lifestyle behaviors are important, and they are taught. If they are taught at an early age, we believe that they can impact the child's life in a positive way, and they will have tools and knowledge they can use throughout their whole life. And Mike, you can advance the slide.
Yolanda?
Yeah.
Good morning. One of the things I want to say about that is that if the children are young, when you go to even now, when you go to the grocery store, you can have them look at the back of the items that you're buying to make sure that you're looking to see what the nutritional factor is in there, how many calories, how much cholesterol, because what we really want you to do is buy things not sodium free, because then it doesn't taste good. It tastes like cardboard. So people are going to eat more. So the objective is to be able to eat the same things, but less, but you got to look at what you're purchasing. So like jelly, they can still have peanut butter and jelly, but it should be natural.
That's right.
The natural jelly without any preservatives is only 25 to 50 calories, not diet. The low sugar, the regular that's done. Like I had the benefit of my children going to a school where you could only eat natural stuff. So that went all. So now, that's still what they do. They eat lots of vegetables. They're better than me in terms of they eat lots of vegetables. Not that much meat and stuff.
That is great. I like that. That's very good. Naomi, it says, is there a guide you can give to the parents with a list of food from each food group that is more healthier? Yolanda, isn't there going to be like a dietitian as well that's going to come soon? Or
Yes, there is going to be a dietitian during these segments, and I will ask her to give you a very detailed list. Denise has a vast amount of information that she's able to share throughout this program. And if I can get some stuff from her sooner, I will get it and send it to Mr. Wilson so that he can send it out, even sooner so that you can begin practicing earlier and, have the information when you shop.
wonderful. Sounds good.
Not a problem.
So everybody, I just wanted to end with this slide. I wanted to include it because healthy weight matters. I wanted you to know that this is not just, something, this is a very passionate subject for me. I started my weight loss journey because I did not want to become a diabetic. Okay. I wanted to decrease my cholesterol, all of that stuff. And I just wanted to be a healthier me, right? You see that lady on the right side, it's the left side. I didn't enjoy being her. She weighed 258 pounds and it was no fun. So I had to make a decision and make a choice to change my life and make healthier choices, right? After, when you're not taught and you come to a point in the road, and then you have to make the choice and do the research and find what works for you. And that's what I had to do. And I know that you guys listening to you today are parents that are on the right road, and you understand the influence that you have and you can have in your children's life. And I just wanted to encourage you about that. And I believe that you have received something and that you will continue to receive in the coming modules that is going to help you make healthy changes. All right. Mike, you can go to the next slide. Our very last slide. We want to thank you for your participation in the first module of the Well Prepared program, and we look forward to seeing you at our next scheduled session. All right, anybody have any questions? Did I miss any questions in the chat? I don't know.
No, I didn't see any. Sora, great job. I just want to say to all of the parents, thank you for your participation. Yes. And for the children coming on and being so engaged today. Continue doing what you're doing. You're on the right track. Do the sugary beverages with them at home if you have an opportunity, so that the children can see and decide that they want to stay away from all of those sugary drinks. And so far, you guys are on the right path with the 8 grams. So that's really good. Appreciate that. And water is always the best choice, as we know. And I don't recall which parent who said their child is on the screen from 8:30 to 2. Just be sure that they are allowing breaks for your child during that time, maybe every 45 minutes to an hour, just to, blink their eyes, turn their head, close their eyes, whatever, just so that they're not looking at the screen continuously all day, because later on, there are going to be other health issues related to so much screen time. So it's not just the recreational screen time, but because, this is our life now, Zooms and Teams and whatever else other platforms, virtual platforms we are on. So just, be cognizant of that and make sure that your child is getting some rest in between. But great job again, Yolanda.
I'll just jump in and close out to say thank you once again on behalf of the Brotherhood of Eta Pi Chapter. This is just the beginning. We have a little journey that we're going to be traveling on, and we want you guys to stay the course with us. If you take a look at the chat, I included some of the dates of upcoming programs. Our next meeting date will be on March 20th at 10 a.m. We'll be meeting in April 2 times once in May and once in June. But as I mentioned earlier during the opening, you will be receiving email communication regarding all future programming dates, along with handouts will be included in those emails. And if there's some great information that we think may benefit you, we'll include that as well. In the meantime, if you have any questions between today and another session, feel free to send that information to Brother Wilson via that email that he sent out. And if you want to find out more information about some of these programs that Eta Pi Chapter have, we have mentoring programs for students. We have programs that are designed specifically for parents. You can visit www.etapichapter.org just to take a look at some of the programming that we have. We'd love to get more parents and students participating in this program. So please feel free to share the information. Maybe Mike can send out the registration link again to you if you want to share that along with the flyer. Parents are more than welcome to participate in this program. So once again, thank you again. Stay safe and enjoy the rest of the weekend.
Hey, but before you go, we got to spin the wheel to give away the incentive.
That's right. That's right.
For this week.
And I think Karen gets one automatically. She answered the question. So she has to get one. No doubt about that.
So Samira logged on first. So what did you say, Karen?
Well, that's Samira's.
Samantha. Okay, so can everybody see the wheel?
Yes.
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 Before I spin it, do I have all the families right? Is there anybody that's missing or?
Karen, can we get your last name, please?
Going once, going.
I don't think she heard us.
Davis.
Davis? Okay. Karen Davis. Okay, thank you.
Oh, you're the next winner in the Well Prepared program. Yeah, there it is.
Woohoo!
So we'll be getting you. We'll be getting you an incentive.
Thank
some
you.
sort of reward. So
you'll be receiving that via mail. Typically, it'll go out sometime next week. So you'll be expecting it. You should be receiving it before next Saturday, hopefully. Okay.
Thank you.
All right.
Congratulations.
Congratulations. So I think that's it. Maybe just the Well Prepared team, if you guys can just remain on for a minute. But to the rest of the parents, enjoy the rest of the weekend, and we'll see you in March.
Okay,
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank
Have
you.
a blessed
Everybody.
weekend.
Sure,
Bye-bye.
bye-bye.
Enjoy your week.
okay, bye-bye.